All right, so welcome to first day of automated trading, the course. So first of all, my name is Chris, and I have been trading for over 10 years, basically. I started off doing manual trading, which is human trading, and then I got introduced to automated trading, which is trading robots, and that changed my life forever. Okay. So basically, what we're going to do in this class is we're going to talk about how to work with automated trading, how to use automated trading in our trading career. I say trading career because our goal is to become professional investors in the Forex market. Now, that's a very, very tough job to do. Okay, this is like it's like being a Hollywood actor, like an all-star baseball player or a sports team, being in sports, being a professional is our goal. And we want to be a professional trader with the niche of automated trading. Okay. So that's what we're going to basically do. That's what we're going to learn. This is what I do. I trade. So basically, I just look at markets and I see how could I have a robot make these trades for me. Okay. And the first thing we need to do is we need to master how to basically, if we did human trading, we need to master that first before we have a robot do the trading for us, because that's the next step. So we have to make sure, if you're in my class, you want to make sure that we're on the same page on how to build these EAs, how to download or buy the correct EAs for your trading platform, because there's a lot of bad ones out there and there's a lot of good ones out there. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is we want to know how to really trade the market here, and basically we need to master this first, and then we go down. So basically, I have certain setups I do, certain things I look at, right? Now, the main thing is a lot of people get confused or concerned about is the take profit and stop loss. My take profits are about 5 to 10 pips. Okay. So everything I talk about in this class, you definitely want to write it down because you don't want to forget this stuff. This is very important stuff. So everything I'm saying is going to all add up later. Okay. At least I hope it does. So basically, when a market starts, you basically want to grab a few pibs here and there, okay? Because basically, when you enter a market or a trend, basically it always reverses. Most of the time, it reverses on you right when you enter. So if you see this like going up, right, you would probably get in right here, but then only to find out it's going to reverse on you. Okay? So basically, try not to stay in the market for too long. Okay? So my design of the Forex market is basically get in, get out, scalping the market. It does get expensive sometimes, but I think you get your money faster than the stock market. You know what I'm saying? So this is like a playground for scalping the market, and this is what I use the forex for. Okay. Um. So basically, never stay in. Try not. Don't go for 100 pips. All right. So PIPS. Hopefully you know what PIBs are. If you're into automated trading like expert advisors, if you know what expert advisors are, you know what PIBs are. Okay. If you don't know what it is, I recommend looking it up. Okay. Um, okay. So basically, we do not want 100 pips. We do, but not in one glump, not in one trade. Okay. We want to work our way up. Okay. So you would get here, get out here. Okay. So that's like 5 to 10 pips, and then get in, get out. okay, before the next session trade happens. Basically, session tradings are there's a Japan session, there's London session, there's New York session, and those are very important sessions to know because they have different actions in each session, basically with the timing. Okay, so if check this out here, when this is like Japan session right here, so it's just very steady, and then London opens, grab everyone down here, fake you out, and reverse, and then finish the day up here in the New York session. Okay, New York session right here, it reverses, and then at the end of the day, it reverses here. London's or New York session, it reverses. Okay, so we'll look more into this later. Because I don't want to get over carried away on one subject. So today's subject is about take profit. Okay, so that's today's topic. Take profits. Okay, we want to inch our way up the trend. Don't stay in. So if I get in right here and it starts reversing, get out. But it's easier to have a robot kind of do that for us, so we're not at the computer the whole entire time. Okay. So what I'm going to do is we're going to talk about a back test. Back testing is seeing how the market works, or basically how did it do over the year. Okay. Now, my rule of thumb of back testing is don't go more than 1 year on your back tests. Everyone always back tests like 5 years or 3 years. You don't want to do that. Why you don't want to do that is because EAs, automated trading robots, are updated quarterly. Okay, so every 4 months, 3 to 4 months, you want to kind of update your EA because the market shifts. Okay, the market shifts. That means the style of the EA starts moving around, and then your EA that was designed for the current flow of your market or the pair starts moving. Okay, so think of a pair like a living machine, like it's a real living thing. It's growing, it's getting fatter, it's getting skinnier, it's getting old, it's burning out, and then your EA doesn't work anymore, right? So basically, you want your expert advisor to be back test 8 to 12 months, no more than 12 months. Okay, that's where people start freaking out when things are not working. Okay, so let's do a back test, and this is going to be the switch. I have the switch right here, so switch V1. Go ahead and look at my other tutorials to see how to import your EAs to this. Okay, but quickly go File, Open Data Folder, and MQL for experts, and just dump your EAs in here. Okay, actually, I should do that right now. EAs, switch. Actually, let's do Candle Scout Pro. I don't have that in here. I'm on a different computer. I'm on my teaching computer, right? So this is a whole nother computer. I don't really have everything on here. Okay, so let's close that and refresh this. Okay, now the Candle Scout Pro. Okay, I'm working on a 21 version or 2.1 version. That's not 21. Okay, so anyways, let's do a back test on the switch. Okay. Now the switch is an expert advisor. That's a professional expert advisor. Let's go to expert properties. Let's see what's going on behind the scenes. Testing. Let's do. I like to be realistic. A lot of people put like, oh, I'm going to back test $1,000,000. That's not realistic because, well, if you have $1,000,000, you wouldn't be taking my class right now. Trust me. um, so basically, let's do. I don't know. Let's just say we have like $2,000 or something to spend. Okay, initial deposit. So that's initial balance. You don't want to spend the whole entire $2,000. You want to kind of nitpick that. Okay, let's go to inputs. Let's refresh all this. Okay, so the switch, its default as Euro versus USD, 4-hour chart. Oh, yeah, 4-hour chart. So let's make it 4 hours. The spread, I'm going up to 5. Let's just imagine the spread is up for 5 pips. Okay. Normally it's like 2 or 3 spread, but I'm going to 5. If it could win on a spread of 5, then that's a good expert advisor. Okay. Okay. So backtest. This is very important. If you know how to backtest an EA, that's perfect. But I'm going to show you some secrets on how to really dive into this. Okay. What we're going to do is we're going to figure out what's a good. Let's do that. Actually, let's start from scratch. Let's start from what day is a good day to trade. So I'm going to click all the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, and Sunday. Okay. And my take profit, let's just imagine we're straight out of the box. Let's say, oh, I want 50 pips, right? 50 pips. Now this is not, don't do this. I'm just showing you an example. The first example is what not to do, basically. So let's just say my take profit, TP, is 50. Okay. The days, let's back test the days. So start is, okay, so start on true, which is yes. Oh, I'm sorry. So start on false right here. So the value is that start on false. Okay. Trust me, I know what I'm talking about. I just messed up on something. And then the stop is going to be true. So start on false and then end on true. So false is no and true is yes. So it's a Boolean topic. Okay, so let's just press OK. And again, let's back test this. I'm in 2020. If you're watching this, it's 2020 right now. So I'm just going to go up to February. Okay. So February is when the market starts picking up again. So December and January is like the worst time to trade. Okay. So the market really picks up in February. So I'm going to put February 1st. Let's do the 3rd. Okay. And I'm going to end it on, let's just say today. Okay. So I'm going to crank this up to 30, 31. Okay. So use date from February 3rd to December 18th. Visual mode. I'm not going to do optimization. Let's go start. All right. So let's wait for this update. I hate this grid. It looks ugly. Okay. So I'm just going to do a slow motion of the back test, and now I'll just crank this up. And by the way, this is on control points. Okay. So there's many different versions of that. Let me turn on the weeks. So these lines right here represents the week. Okay, so that's like a Sunday. All right, let's try again. Okay, so I'm just going to burn through this, blah, 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 blah. Good, good, good. Okay, now the graph, it's not too bad, actually. 50 pips, right? It's a lot of up and down, up and down, up and down, but it's not going up. It just kind of balances right here. The report is the most important thing to look at. What we're looking at is profit factor. You want your profit factor to be above 2.0. If it's below 2.0, don't waste your time with it. Results, $50 per trade. Okay. So it's like every day, kind of like every other day is $50. $50, yeah. So lose it. So it's like you lose it and then you gain it, then you lose it, then you gain it, right? This would suck if we had this. Anyways, so I really don't like that much. So if you look at the graph, look at the graph here. It's kind of up and down, up and down, up and down, and then it kind of balances out right here. So you're not making a profit. Okay. So we want to make a profit. So let's do this. I'm gonna close that. Let's do a take profit. So I'm gonna start from take profit of 2 points, and I'm gonna end at 100 points. And each step is going to be 1.0. So it's going to be 2, 3, 4, 5, and it's going to count all the way up to 100. Take profit. Press OK. But I'm not going to do visual mode. I'm going to do optimization. Optimization is going to calculate the whole uh, possibilities, basically. So this means possibilities. Let's do start. Okay, so there's only a handful of options here. Okay, so the main thing is we want is like take profit and expected payoff. Okay. And like I said, we want to make sure we're above 2.0, right? So this one is actually 7.44 take profit factor. That's really good. 7.4 out of 2.0. Dang. It only made $300. Okay. But you don't have to take the top one. You could take, you know, what is this? 5 pips. So I'm looking at this. Let's take this one because this one is going to take forever to make. Um, eh, that one's kind of risky. Let's do this one. 6 point. So the profit factor is 6.15. Okay, so I'm going to right click this. Set input parameters. Go to expert advisor. Take profit is 5 point. I'm telling you, all these expert advisors, they're really good at trading with a 5 pip take profit. Okay. Now, most greedy investors want 100 take profit. Okay, or 50%, 50 take profit. Now that's great, but I don't know. It's just you would lose a lot more because you're waiting for that robot to get to 50 pips instead of just getting in and out, and grabbing it. And then you could get, you know, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and then, you know, work your way up. So basically, this is grabbing 5, grabbing 5, grabbing 5, you know. So it's taking steps, okay? Because Forex market is super, super risky. It's very risky. It's just all over the place, okay? All right, so what I did was I made it 5 pips instead. We're going to talk about stop loss next, okay? You're going to think I'm crazy or whatever when we talk about stop loss. You're like, Chris, you're crazy. That's okay. Um, okay, so here we go. Wow, look at that. Okay, now compared to the 50 pip, which was up and down, if you just do 5 pips, look at this pattern right here, going all the way up. This is exactly what you need right here. Okay. Now, if you look at the, let's take this grid off. Okay. So, like what it does, you know, it gets in, gets out, gets in, gets out, takes a trades here, trades here, trades here, trades here, and right here. Okay. So it just works your way up basically. And this is, yeah, so it gets in, gets out, get in. See how it's just picking at it? It just kind of worked its way up on the trend. Um, okay. Yeah, pretty good. So it just gets in, gets out, get in, get out. Yeah. So this is a 4 hour chart. So these are big. A lot going on inside these little candles, right? So let's pan out and look at all these trades. Look at this. Gets in, get out, get in, get in, get out. And so it's like it's like eating each of the patterns, right? Look at this nice pattern going all the way down. Okay. So this is what it looks like throughout the year. Now I don't like going all the way out through the whole entire year. I only back test 1 year. Let's just do, oh shoot. What the heck? Uh okay, let's go back. Let's go back to, well, not 2000, what? Okay, that's not the year I really want to go. I could back test in the future. Yeah, let's go 2019. Okay, so 2019 to 2020. Let's back test that. So this is like a 2 year back test. Wonder how this is gonna go. Yeah, see that? So back in this time frame right here, this is good, and this is bad. Why is this bad? So I want you to answer that on your own, because something that we talked about was the EA was not designed for 2019. Okay, because each year the pair has a different action or a different formula. Certain things are happening in a world that's messing up the market, right? So this EA was not made for 2019. This EA is made for 2020. Okay. Now the trick is when we go into 2021, we have to get ready for updates on the EA because the EA or the pair, which is Euro versus USD, is going to start shifting. Okay. So the candlestick EA that you're working on now is for 2020. Now it's my job to make sure I'm up to date on 2021, and same for you. So if something happens to me or whatever, let's say I go out of business and you never hear from me again, your job is to make sure you're adjusting the settings on the EA on your own. And that's the beauty of taking this class, because you need to know how to adjust these settings to work with the current year. Okay. Um, and we're going to talk about from hour to what hour to end it. Okay, let's talk about stop loss, which is very important too. So we got take profit out of the way. We kind of know that 5 pips is the golden take profit because we inch our way up the trends or down the trends. Stop loss is very dangerous. Okay, you need a very strong stomach to work with these stop losses, especially when you're working with me. Okay, because my stop losses is very deep. Okay, because the market jumps up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, right? So you need to give it room to bounce around. Okay. Now don't go all in with your money make on one pair or one EA. Okay. Inch your way up to success. Okay. So let's trade. Let's go to stop loss, and let's start the stop loss to. Actually, let me refresh this here. Actually, let's bring this to 5. Actually, I want to keep that at 0. Actually, sorry, we'll keep that at 5. Okay. Take this off. Stop loss. Okay, so let's do from 2. Let's say our stop loss is 2, and we do each one all the way up to 100. Okay. Now let's say our stop loss is 2. Let's back test this. Turn off the visual mode. What am I looking at here? 5 pips. All right, so there's nothing above 2.0, right? These are all very deep. 1.41. I take profits above 2.0. Let's set that. Let's look at it. Yeah, no way. All right. So this is might work right here, but you're gonna lose a lot more trades if you have a short stop loss, right? But it might work for you, but you don't want to lose. Let me adjust this to 50. Okay. Actually, if I change this like to 100, it would never lose. Well, it has to lose at some point, but nope. Okay. Don't do that. Stop loss 50. Oh, you know what I was doing wrong? I was in 2019. Sorry. I didn't change this back to 2020. Okay, yeah, make sure, yeah, so learn from that mistake. Make sure you're on the right from and to. So let's do that again. Shoot, that sucks. I was back testing the wrong date. So let's do start. I was like looking at it, I'm like, what the heck? Okay. All right, we got more than. Look at that. So 12.16 take profit. I mean profit factor. You want to be above 2.0. Okay. So if you start seeing these high numbers, oh man, that's amazing. Okay, so the stop loss is all right here. Okay, it goes. So I'm obviously take the highest point. All right. So what stop loss is this? Let me guess. 50. Yep. So 51. So that's like for this expert advisor, that's where you want to be, 50%, 50. Now let's backtest this. Start. Yeah, look at that. Okay. And if you don't have the stomach to trade with that deep of a stop loss, try not to look at it on the don't try not to look at your chart when you're trading the EA because your stomach can't handle it sometimes, right? Um, yeah, so these are indicators I use on here, and they all do a certain thing. We're gonna have a class on that later. So your indicators are very, very important on what it does, basically, right? So there's indicators up here, and then there's indicators down here, and they all do certain things. We're all looking at certain things, and what time of day, what session does it have, and okay. So that's very important. Okay, so final results is 5 pips and 50 pips. So take profits 5, stop loss is 50. We have a better chance of making a profit than losing a profit. Okay, so our highest chance of this is like what 90%, I think, right? So we have a better chance of making 5 pips than losing 50 pips. Okay, for this year. Okay. Um. So what are we doing on the next class? What's next on my schedule here? Mentorship. I'm looking at something else here. Trading sessions. Okay. So your homework today is I want you to do a back test on this EA. Okay, if you have the full version, which you should, if you're taking this class, you should have the full version. Um, I want you to do a back test on finding different pairs. Okay, so basically, look at different pairs. Do a back test. I don't know, like on Euro versus Canada. Okay, do a 4 hour. I don't do a 15 minute. Don't do a 1 hour. Do a 4 hour with a spread of 5, and do back tests from February to the current date, and try to find a take profit of anything above 2.0, and just take a snapshot of it, and send it my wife. So this is like bad, right? So basically, um, like the profit factor is 0.66, so you don't want to do that. So what you're gonna do? Okay, so this is the homework. So find a pair, okay, and Euro Canada 4 hour chart. I'm looking for a 4 hour chart. Go to expert and mess around with these numbers. Just anything. I don't know, like stop loss. Let's do start from 2, do a step from 1, and then end on 100. Do OK, and then press optimization. Press start. Okay, optimization graph. Okay, there's some numbers. And what I need is a profit factor above 2.0. Okay, so if you do not see 2.0, don't turn that in to me because I'm not interested in that, and you should not be interested either. Okay, let's find another one. Euro GB start. Okay, okay, it's doing it. Okay, there's nothing. No profit factor. I might find better on the days here. Yeah, that's a bad one. Okay, so that's not a good one. If it's not showing anything, that means it's no good at all. Same with that one. Okay. Um, Optimization maximum drawdown is 15. Okay. All right. So that's your job is find a good EA that offers a profit factor above 2.0 with the switch um, or Candle Scalp Pro or whatever EA that you bought or whatever EA you have, backtest it on there and do a backtest. Okay. Okay, so yeah, profit factor above 2.0. So don't give me euro versus USD because I already did that. Okay. All right. So that's the homework. Next week we're going to talk about what days to trade. So if what time of day to make the trades and why. What's the trading sessions? Japan, London, or New York sessions? Okay. And what days to trade? Okay. So each EA has its own thing. Each pair has its own nature. Okay. So if you have any questions, let me know. And also turn in your homework. So I need a snapshot of your back test, and I'm looking for a profit factor above 2.0. Okay? So look through all the pairs, try to hunt for that secret pair, okay? And give me a profit factor above 2.0 on whatever EA you have. And it doesn't even have to be my EA. It could be whatever EA you have. Okay, so if you find one online, do a back test on that. Either way, you just got to do a back test and find that. Okay? All right, that's it for me. See you later. Oh, and see you next week. Okay? Thanks.